I was surprised to receive the invitation because I am not myself a graduate of this university, but I am somebody who was born and grew up in this city. So I know the founding colleges of this university very well. So although surprised, I was absolutely delighted to get the invitation, which I accepted with enormous pleasure. Well, I think a degree is a very important preparation for the future because, as we know, in order to get a degree, you have to be pretty well organised, you have to be self-motivated, you have to be someone that gets on and does things without necessarily people standing over you. So I think in all those important respects, in a way that's irrespective of what subject you do, the fact of how you have to learn to organise yourself to get a degree is really important for the future. And then, of course, if you do a degree in a subject that does prepare you for a particular profession, that's very helpful. In my case, I studied economics at university, and that's always been very important for my career. But the thing I would want to say about all that is getting a degree isn't the only game in town. Yes, it's important, but there are other things that are very important for your working life, like having a very clear idea of what you want to do and how you want to do it. Advice for today's graduates, I would say, be quite open to new ideas about how your working life is going to be. You've all graduated in a certain subject today, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be the thing that you do forever. The second bit of advice I would give, and this is going to sound a bit basic, but it's really important, is keep on top of changes in technology. Because how technology is changing with things like artificial intelligence coming along, which really is going to change all our working lives, it's tremendously important to keep understanding how that is working, how it's going to affect things, what it's going to do to change our working lives. In my view, these developments in technology are opportunities, not threats, but you've got to keep on top of what's happening in technology. Never be frightened of it and never say, oh, I don't do that. I'm amazed by what's happened in Liverpool, and I'm very proud of the way people in this city have pulled together and made what's happened here possible. I'm particularly pleased because, for two reasons. When I was growing up in Liverpool in the 1950s and 60s, things were not good here. The port seemed to be closing down, a lot of the traditional industries were changing, there was very high unemployment, and life was looking a bit bleak. And we've managed as a city to think about what we're really good at, reinvent ourselves, and make our city one that we can be proud of again. And I'm extremely happy about that. I had the good fortune to be in on the very beginning of that process because I came working in Liverpool in 1981 and 2 for something called the Merseyside Task Force, which was the beginning of the economic regeneration of the city. And I spent a year working on that, and it's one of the best things in my career, and I'm very proud to have played a very tiny role in that.